Hi everyone, it's me, Tori D, and today we're here to talk about my 2023 financial goals. So the good news is, in 2022, I only had one financial related goal, and that was to pay off my car. In 2021, I bought a brand new Kia Rio. I drove it off the lot with 30 miles on it. In less than 1 year, I wound up paying off approximately $15,000 towards that car payment. So I purchased the car in June of 2021 and wound up paying it off in full in May of 2022. I also have a 5-year plan that involves some financial components as well. All 3 of these 5-year plan goals are related to my day job, and they all happened in 2022 ahead of schedule. So 2 of these goals were related to my location and were actually anticipated for 2024. That was when I had slated them into that 5-year plan. And those were to move back to Pennsylvania and also be working remotely, which feels weird to have a goal have a remote job, be working remotely, but also have a location tied to it. And for me, that was moving back to be with family here in Pennsylvania. Editing Tori here. This third goal is talking about my total salary. For some reason, this is something I've decided I'm kind of hesitant to actually share. Based on some other information I give you, you're probably able to figure out pretty closely what it is, but for some reason I have an aversion to giving you the actual number. Maybe that'll change, but for right now, just know that it was a drastic increase from my previous salary, and again, something that I didn't expect to happen in 2022, and really had been kind of hoping for maybe in 2023, so to get that over a year in advance was really exciting. Okay, anyway, back to the video as it was. So another thing to consider for 2023, which is something I am not used to based on my old career field, but we do get merit raises at my company. I did get a prorated raise due to my April hire date, which was based on my performance, so I will get a 2.8% raise. So with that, I want to get into my actual 2023 financial goals. So the first of these goals is to end the year of 2023 with 15% of my paycheck going towards investments of some kind. I already mentioned that I am getting a raise starting in January, so I have already allocated 1% of that 2.8% to go straight into my 401k at work, which will bump my 401k contribution myself up to 11%. I will not qualify for the 401k match program through my company until my anniversary of my April hire date. So that means the first 4 months of the year will only be my 11% contribution, but I definitely didn't want to lose time in the market, particularly when the market is on sale right now. And so whenever my employer match kicks in, either at the end of April or beginning of May, they will be contributing an additional 4% to my retirement. So that alone would be 15% of my salary going towards my retirement or my investments. But I will also be opening a Roth IRA with Fidelity on the first of the year. I didn't want to open one prior to the end of 2022 just to keep my tax paperwork as simple as possible. But I'm not anticipating doing regular contributions to the Roth right away, just because I have some other projects. I'm currently in the process of purchasing a home that's going to require some renovations, so I want to make sure I have cash flow that's available to pay for and finance those renovations, so I can make the house a home as quickly as possible. Some additional kind of end of year goals is I hope to end 2023 making approximately $100 a month from side hustles. I'm keeping the phrase side hustles pretty broad. It's a goal of mine to also reach monetization status on YouTube by the end of 2023. I also make a lot of crafts. I'm looking forward to kind of getting those on Facebook Marketplace and in some locations locally, and really just leaning into the stuff that I enjoy as ways to kind of produce that additional income. Again, $100 a month isn't a ton, but I think that's a really good foundational stepping stone for a yearly goal. One of my other financial goals for 2023 is to pay for all of my vacations in cash. So I currently have 3 cruises scheduled for the 2023 calendar year, one in February, one in May, and one in September. And then I also have an early 2024 New York City trip planned with my dad. So for all of those, I'm working towards getting that cash saved up. The first 2, the February and May cruises, are already anticipated expenses are paid for and saved for. I'm hoping to contribute about $5,000 to finish paying for the September cruise, and I'm hoping to get some money saved up for the New York City trip, but that isn't necessarily an immediate priority for 2023. My more immediate financial priorities and goals for 2023 include finishing to replenish my emergency fund up to $5,000, so I anticipate needing about $3,000 to meet that goal, and filling up my dissertation fund. I had a meeting with a friend where we realized that I could kind of finagle my coursework to get my employer to pay for a little bit more based on the way that their tuition reimbursement functions. So I anticipate only needing to fill my dissertation fund with an additional $3,000 as opposed to $5,000 or $6,000. So I'm hoping to accomplish that fairly early in the year. So they aren't super exciting financial goals, but definitely some things that I'm hoping will get me into a good space for 2023 and into the future beyond that. As someone who's in my late 20s, trying to save 15% for retirement isn't exactly the most glamorous or exciting goal, but knowing that I have time on my side and I can really be functioning well later in my career, if I'm setting myself up well now and sacrificing a little bit now to be able to meet those goals later, is definitely something that I appreciate and really kind of want to be doing throughout my time and my tenure at my job. And really it's something I did at my previous roles as well, but now that I have a little bit more money to play with, I'm really taking advantage of that. So if 2023 financial goals are something you want to chat about, I would love if you could leave your goals in a comment down below. I'm also going to have some additional videos with some more specific goals, like my reading goals, as well as some additional broad goals for the year overall. But I really wanted to make this video because I think personal finance is one of those things that I enjoy and geek out about more than anything else. So I really wanted to make sure that I had a good dedicated space that I could refer back to this time next year to see how I did on those goals and that goal setting. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.